Hey! July 9th, Lamoise dressing room.
Emma Sky?
Munch, 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 munch.
Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, I'm supposed to be happy? You give me the second degree in court. The prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain Mr. Truth left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now we know that Mr. Truth was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackaroos popular down at the precinct or something?
She got more snackoos.
I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guess, you're not going to find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange?
Emma, side note, you want to see your badge?
You know, you're a bit like Mr. Wright. He always carried his badge around, too. Huh? I think he did so he'd never forget who he was, or he was duty as a defender. Something like that. Noble, really. Same thing. Guess you really only need it to carry this around. That seems to make a decent impression. Examine the ladder.
Yeah, good point. Examine the letter before we forget.
Shooter must have used that to climb up to the vent. All this tragedy because someone left a stepladder here. I don't think Mr. Latrobe was shot because of the ladder. You think it was Matchy? I guess. The air vent is pretty small after all. Does that prove he was at the scene? Did he escape at the time between the gunshots and the opening of the door? I met my embarrassing quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year.
That's not what she meant.
If only it worked that way. It just bugged me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct and he could have shot the revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamore's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? Hmm? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while for this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, not quite a good thing she said that.
Was it true what you said in court today? You know, about the case. About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics. The Guitar Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. Police Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped keyring was stolen. The Lamar flew through the air. And Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught fire. And in the end, a bullet took Miss Literatro's life. And he went up in the sky with a guitar. Well, 15 feet up at least. Kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence, hmm? I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all this? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through the air vent anyway. What? Y'all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. Oh. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined.
Press button. Press our button. This is probably the thing for it.
Turns out it's an antenna. Ooh, like a beetle? Like on a cell phone. The device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? Hmm. Do you think you can take a look at this? Small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press that switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma. You know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing this switch.
There's fire trigger.
It's on fire. Emma's device is on fire. What's the big idea? Hack.
Did he get punched?
Well, now that we know what this is, an igniter. Part here must work like a lighter.
So it's a good thing we didn't press it already. What? Well, no. The trigger was tossed into the piano. But why is this igniter in this room? If the button was pressed during the performance, why is it in here? It's like, why? If there's no fire from it, what's going on there?
You nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. Well, at least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo. Let's ask him more about this switch. No, that she has some first-hand experience. Well, she has first-hand experience for sure.
She has first burn experience too.
What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying in here with just you two talking. Anyway. Now that we know this is the remote for an igniter, let me see that for a second.
Is there fingerprints on it?
Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet.
30 feet? Hmm.
A transmitter, huh? Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamar's dressing room.
Oh, so the dressing rooms are like almost directly below the stage.
Yeah. That happens quite a bit in Japanese theaters. Especially for really big name companies like this. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Guess I best be getting on with my investigation. But the receiver was on the piano.
Yeah.
So the piano's included in that drawing. The staircase is in the back, too. Right? So she teleported from the left side of the stage there. So she had to go travel under stage for her to witness the crime if it took place during that performance, right?
Yeah, what if
She
the
said
time
she
she
was
saw the crime happening, it was during her walk past to get to the other spot?
Yeah. She'd have to make that walk. Blind, too, while she was at it. We'll have to look for more clues elsewhere, then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck. I can know a bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. Can you examine it?
Oh, wrong examiner.
All these little parts, it's pretty complex. I'm guessing this is where the fire comes out. Other than that, good thing machines don't run even if we don't know how they work. That's what Daddy always says. Not really a saying you want to go around repeating, Trucy.
How'd they get that there?
Get what there?
The outline. That wasn't.
Oh, they did it.
That wasn't. They didn't get that. Weren't able to put that there until after the body was moved. Yeah. Also, as I was saying, look how little blood is here.
It's a small amount.
If he was shot completely through with that bullet, there would be way more blood on the ground. I'm sorry. There would be way more blood. Because also consider he died of blood loss. That does not look like enough blood to die from blood loss.
Blood loss would take like 6 to 8 quarts of blood.
Yeah, it would take a lot of blood. Oh. We're probably going to run into Clavier. Oh, it's him. What? Come to laugh at the murderer?
Darian.
That old bag opens up her pipe hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect.
Darian isn't the best of moods, isn't he? Not many people are these days, it seems.
True, Apollo, true.
It's a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out.
Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid. Oh, wait, no. First things first. Hey, here's my badge. Look, if you want to talk about the case, talk to someone else, okay? I don't want Gavin to have another one of his hissy fits. Yeah, you like the hair, Halo? Do you like the hair? Got a nice pompadour, just like. Whoop.
So about your alibi.
You have to ask. Shouldn't happen right in the middle of the third set. He's smirking about that. It's like,
that's
yeah,
right.
It happened in the third set. I got an alibi. If the shooting actually happened at that time.
The music was blaring when he heard those gunshots. I found Mr. Latouche dead.
I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on stage. You can't say any of this with a straight face.
Your guitar playing was something else.
Thanks, little lady. See? Whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work.
There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamoureux's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime.
Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. Could she possibly identify me? Now, I don't remember. Did she say she only heard one shot, or did she hear multiple? I don't remember specifically.
She said multiple.
Okay.
2 shots. They won't let you work.
He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is clear. What suspicion? He can be such a stick in the mud.
Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud.
He may look all flashy and showy, but he's as straight as an arrow man. Much as like your hair is a straight point out. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day?
Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board?
And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This part's off. What is that? Second guitar. It was you, Darian. He's just a perfectionist, is all. Not a bad guy, really.
Well, I think the Gavineers are best. I have all your albums.
And I bought them recently. Band's fine, too. Gavin could write a good tune. I'll give him that.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Professor Gavin around much.
Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely.
Prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I?
Data on the victim should have come from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with them. Normally.
Apollo, let's go check it out. Always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Oh god, maybe he was after the blind kid. Well, after...
Blind.
The pretending blind kid.
I think this guy was the target. I think Darian was the target.
He's in a damn good position.
Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. Tell him I want into that crime scene. No.
Where we going now?
Hey, wait.
Yes?
What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it right?
Well...
Great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping. Don't get led astray by the siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. He's so cocky. He's definitely the killer.
Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Darian Cassand. He's one stone I'd like to leave unturned if I had a chance.
How decked out is this office? Oh, yeah, look at all that.
All that jazz.
All about that jazz.
There's the guitar.
The guitar. Are we going to find one of the devices in his guitar?
Yep. So, this is it. The Gavineers' head office. Not the band office, it's a prosecutor's office.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. He's got the igniter, doesn't he?
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, I guess I'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf real quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why, we'd just be waiting quietly so he won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? Should make a good reporter for Gossip Mag.
What? A replica? So why is he after after it in the first place? Yeah, the truce. Ooh. Look, don't talk to me about those origins, okay? Just give me that report. Chop, chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It sounds like these
like
when
this.
I start Miss Diary. Huh?
Hiya. Hee, just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad.
How could I be? There's not enough tea here in the world in any case. Have a seat.
Prosecutor Gavin, a philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo.
So, who have you come to see?
Huh?
Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gavineers? Or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge as a core?
What do you think he means, Apollo?
Which persona do we want? Do we want the rock star of the stage or the rock star of the courtroom?
I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go?
Oh, we have to pick. Oh. Okay, no, we don't. No. What's going on?
This is an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's a guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. Whoop.
I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar. Incidentally.
Oh, did you find anything out?
He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. The result came up that were intriguing.
Intriguing? How does that guitar tie to everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about.
He's like, I can try to explain, but you don't really care, do you?
Is that an egg? What's that on the plate there? Is that a gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it and the phone rang. So he put it on the plate for later consumption. You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick?
Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no tuner's gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I?
What is that? Looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call.
Was this in his guitar?
Prosecutor, does this have something to do with Mr. Latouche?
Wait a sec. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you?
Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Trucy, you... Hey, you were the one digging through a scandal, Miss Reporter.
To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently, it's a model of something some undercover agent Mr. Latouche was after. Ooh.
Fabergé egg? Or a jewel of some kind, or priceless gem? This lump. Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Wow, look at that stereo.
To me, a life without music is inconceivable. I never turn down the volume, even when I'm working on a case.
That's such a huge speaker. It must be really loud.
This room is completely soundproof, of course.
Really, at my place I can hear when the neighbors turn their VCR on to record something.
You know, one thing I just realized, how is his hearing okay? If he's just blasting music in his ears 24/7, how are his ears still working?
Maybe we can get Mr. Wright to talk to them. Work them out. And lately we've been getting complaints about Apollo's voice training.
The cords of steel must be silenced.
Maybe I'll go have a word with Mr. Wright too.
Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today?
Yes. I always read the TV section. Read the TV section.
Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead?
I read the funnies.
You will not have seen this.
Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song. Oh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one.
It's not a show. It's an article. News, you know?
Oh, does it have anything to do with the case?
Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever homed a man all the way to death now? You think you could sing me over the phone? It's endless. Endless! Thanks to the case you made today, of course.
Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey. Is that a newspaper over there too?
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
The Borginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look.
Thanks, but I can't read Burgundian.
Why is he on the article?
Oh, I see him.
What's going on there? Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, there's a big news over there as well. The lyric go far as to mention the lyrics to my song.
Probably no one in Virginia could believe it.
It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalists didn't see the need to mention it.
That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself.
So we probably present that to her and we can probably get a translation of what the article says.
Yep.
Landmark's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I would imagine. Which is why I've had Drain step down from investigation for now.
Yeah, we weren't come moping in front of the Coliseum.
Lamar was invited guest, so rather delicate situation. You can understand how much I want to solve this case quickly, if possible.
I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamir, if I remember correctly.
That's right. It was last year. I'd gone on a tour to Virginia's legal system, as a matter of fact.
And that's when you heard Lamir's voice.
It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her to talk to her with her. Soothe my influence, which is not inconsiderable to arrange a meeting.
Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout.
Sure, that's what he's referring to.
I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy.
Thankfully, she liked the work I did. And we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi on the piano, the dulcet voice, and myself a guitar that I borrowed from Lemoire.
He borrowed from her.
Well, he borrowed the guitar while they were
Okay.
while they wrote the song. So, and this also confirms Machi was there for writing the song. It seems.
Mm-hmm. Probably not experience the average lawyer would either have, like Apollo say.
It's a memory I hold dear, and the song that we wrote that night was this. That very guitar is right over there.
You mean this charred lump?
Oh, so the guitar, he got that guitar from her.
Don't call it a lump. That's a piece of history. And it's only browned, not really charred.
Don't matter. Shall never sing that song again. Wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have.
What happened during that song anyway? Why did this guitar suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it?
It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. Guitar befitting a woman like Lemoire.
How did it end up here?
She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made it a present. Made a present of it.
So this guitar is for Virginia.
That is it. That it is. We couldn't carry it on a plane. Changes of air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemoire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right to my office for me. Pristine and untouched.
The prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case.
Yes, he's a quite the special case.
Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Alright, examine it. Look inside.
Yep.
There's lightly scorched and then there's this. It burns clean through. Yeah, it's pretty much a useless piece of junk. Kind of like you after a trial, Apollo. Ooh. Which part? The burned char, though, or the useless piece of junk?
So
What is it you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar?
Or is he about to bring? Is it already been removed and he has it with him?
That's right. What was this all about?
Well, you know how guitars have round hole in the front?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the sound hole.
Ah, so that's what it's called.
Well, they found something attached to wood just inside the hole. Broken device of sort.
A broken device.
There it is. Yes, this in fact. Examiner is busy with evidence for a case now. However, I'll be checking this out once he finishes with everything else.
Oh, that device looks strangely familiar.
This was found in Mr. Latuse's bag. It's apparently a replica of something.
A replica. Small lump about 1.5 inches long.
Oh. We analyzed it. There's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was used for using the identification of whatever this replica of.
I mean, whatever Mr. Latouche was after.
That seems to be the most logical explanation.
Well, what is it?
Don't ask me, Fraulein.
Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so.
I put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Virginia. But apparently there's a block on the information somewhere along the chain.
Oh.
The subject either Interpol or Virginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic.
So Lucas went through all the trouble to become Lamora's manager. Just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it. Well, look at the lump. Yeah, it's a
Sample.
sample, huh? Think they put a big enough label on it? It's... Maybe it's to keep people from eating it by mistake. Yes, they might think it was an otherwise tasty multicolored lump of plastic. Maybe it's a manufacturer's sample toys when you can't afford the real thing. Sounds like a company Mr. Wright would like.
Yep. I sent someone to fetch to the Coliseum to fetch Lamoire. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Virginia.
Must be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this.
Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it?
It's an igniter. Another one?
Wait, was this supposed to... Oh, maybe whoever triggered it was trying to be in range where both of them triggered. So this one triggers in the second dressing room and it's supposed to catch it on fire and burn evidence.
Yeah.
It's like maybe, and like the gunshots were like a backup because it didn't catch.
You think he prevented it? Like, he saw the source of the fire and then prevented the fire from happening?
Maybe?
It was at the crime scene in Lamore's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually.
At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about.
Oh.
Thanks for dropping by, Forehead.
Thanks?
Well, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance.
Oh, that.
You helped me figure out a little bit more about who burned my guitar. Thank you very much, Forehead. I never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive,
He's still gonna pin it on you-know-who because it's in the piano.
Well, we didn't show him the trigger. We only showed him the igniter.
True. Guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin.
Huh?
Thanks for the information. About the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Latus was investigating. Hey, that's right.
I've been thinking that, Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives. All of us. Not all of them simple.
Especially not the ones where people are killing the song lyrics.
That's why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep the simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep my relations civil, yeah? That is all.
I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor?
Fraud,
Can I ask you why you sing in a band?
Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street.
That's pretty simple, too.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Yeah, maybe the egg's what gets him.
Looks like Matchy's in questioning.
Never mind.
Oh, the police must have had a board dream and interpreter. That's no fair. I wish we could talk to him. I guess we'll just have to come back later if we want to see him. I guess so. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamore is? Well, I saw her at the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, that's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office.
Don't tell me the tool bag took her. What did the tool bag do with her?
Lamore is missing. It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks.
What are you laughing at, Madsy? Oh, you're yawning. That kind of looked like a ha, like an Omega Law.
Okay. Place is deserted. I wonder where Lamar went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little.
Oh, it's starting a black screen. Uh-oh. What's about to happen?
Huh. The stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yep, it was really dark out there.
Case. It's closed.
What is closed?
The guitar, the case that was open before. And there's something sticking out of it.
Sure, there is. Yeah, let's check it out. Yipes, it was really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lamar has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo? Huh, what? Doesn't something about the stage seem different to you?
Yep, I saw it immediately.
Like something's changed? Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's she talking about? Well, time to examine the case. Hey, that case. Wasn't that open before? Huh, I guess someone closed it. Wait, look, where the case closes. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. I figured. Nick, Lamar! Lamar!
What happened?
Oh, I figured she'd be in there. The question is she dead? Emma, we have to get Emma. She might be severely low on air, though. Lamar was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Juicy just clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many.
Is she actually dead? Well, they said they took her to the hospital, so I'm guessing she's not dead. But still.
But she could be close.
Oh no, we're gonna have to.
Oh.
Please don't tell me
no.
Dr. Hickfield's about to show up. Please no.
Emma, how's Lamar? Is she okay? Ah, you. We all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes, she came a short while ago. You found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck in the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How could she not see? Oh. Dumbass.
Go fool!
Right, would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Lamore.
Ah, Mr. Attorney. You are the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened?
It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approach. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room.
You were hit.
I knew that very moment. I knew. The assailant was trying to kill me.
No.
It was lucky for me, the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. She told us before she can identify people from their footsteps too. So
Yeah.
we just need to have her hear people walk. Probably the tool bag, because we know he was at the concert venue, and like she can identify it that way. Yet I reached the stage first. How did she find the stage?
Why the stage?
I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work.
She hide in the case herself?
Darkness is my ally. There's a contrabass case near the stage. That's where I hid. Okay, so she went in there herself.
So the assailant couldn't see you.
Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out.
Wow, that sounds like a really close call. Do you have any idea who it might have been?
Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word.
Too bad.
Yet, when I consider that I was struck high on the forehead, must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am.
Good point. She's sharp.
I mean, kinda, to a degree. Not, they can be taller, but they can also be slightly shorter, as long as it also depends on what she got hit with.
And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. That means it was likely an adult and probably a man. Like, we obviously know who it is, but maybe he couldn't kill her.
We have a good idea of who it is.
You think this guy could, like, bear a shot from a Magnum 45, he'd be able to knock her out in one real go. But maybe his arm gave out?
Maybe.
But why would anyone attack you, Lamora?
Why indeed?
Detective asked me this too. Oh.
Detective asked me this too. And I gave her the same answer I gave you. I do not know.
Hmm. Ah, Lamar, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is?
This is... what?
Mr. Latu was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after.
He was after.
You know any secret identity? As an undercover agent.
So that's what he was doing.
You mean you know what?
Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon.
Special insect?
Or a rather convincing replica thereof.
Why haven't I heard of Borginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? What is it, some kind of souvenir?
I wonder. Well, they call it a Borginia. It must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these.
It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it?
I do not know the details, I am sorry to say.
I thought you said all in Borginia know of these.
There's one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia know.
What is that?
Cocoons. They are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does, and is caught, they will be put to death.
To death? Why?
I do not know. Yet if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there's a good reason.
But this is just a piece of plastic.
It's just a prop, though.
He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what he was up to. Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. Yeah, what if it's in his pompadour?
It seems it was marked.
Marked?
Life-changing for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world.
Ah, so you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you.
On my trips, yes. There was probably the suspicion. Mr. Latouche was placed as an... Oh.
And Mr. Latouche is placed as an undercover agent. You're looking to it.
Virginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside.
Is that why they suspected you? Well, Mr. Latouche wasn't a Virginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Virginia don't want those cocoons going out. Something scary enough to get the Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. And Mr. Latouche and Lemire marked. Couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lemire.
It was the least I could do.
Actually, I have another request.
If it is within my power.
I need an interpreter, someone who speaks Virginian. Apollo? Would you come with us if you're well enough?
I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you.
Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Tracy, we're about to get at the bottom of this. Things are about to get
right
heated.
to it.
Machi, we came to talk to you about the case.
Machi.
Could you interpret it for us, Lamar?
Yes.
Machi, I'd like to talk about you when we first met. When we still thought you were blind.
Habada.
Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi. Isn't there another secret you're hiding from us?
Is he an agent too? What if Machi's an agent in Interpol too?
There's also the possibility that he smuggled.
He's a smuggler, but he's not the killer.
Yeah.
Wait, Mr. Attorney. What do you mean by secret?
What do I mean by secret? Well, egg. Egg! If I'm not mistaken. You know something about this, don't you?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you got a reaction. A big one!
Machi, you didn't.
Lucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. I thought we would have needed any training to see that one.
Mr. Attorney,
Mr. Attorney,
please tell me what to...
Lamar, please interpret.
Very well.
I know you know something about this by your reaction. You won't tell me. I might have to give it to the prosecution. And have them look into it.
He asks you to wait. Do not be so hasty.
Machi.
Do you know everything?
Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it.
Very well.
What is this cocoon anyway?
The cocoon. The silk is a potent cure. A potent cure.
A cure? It must cure some disease.
It's a cure for incuratus.
A cure for incuratus? But if it's a cure, why keep it in Virginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine.
I do not understand the reason for myself.
Okay, well, at least I know what it's a cure. Mephistophelius was after cocoon smugglers. Kind of convenient that the judge was having an incurable disease.
That is interesting. Could I have that? Can I borrow that?
Wait, was Machi?
Machi, you want...
He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I'm sort of a magician. I said sort of. Ooh, to have a copy of that security camera tape. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? Oh, he's firing back.
He won't tell me.
First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder. Do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale?
But I can't go home.
Can't go home?
Can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death.
That's right, it's punishable by death.
But this guy's been around for 3 months. Like, you think this kid would have, you know, not taken it while that guy was there? Unless he didn't know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I feel like it would have been caught so much sooner.
I feel like this... You know how the one band member's a detective, right?
Yeah.
And he works directly under the police chief, and it's the police chief's son that's has a disease, right? Maybe he was trying to sell it, and then he'll get some sort of raise or promotion in the force, and he'll get higher.
Maybe.
Right. They mentioned they knew they were going to be working with Gavin and his band at the time, and it was just a convenient ruse to get her to agree to sing for that one bit, and then they do the deal. And maybe when he went back to the parking lot, or when he went for some fresh air, he went to sell it, and he gave the egg to him. Right? Because he split off.
But the case. What about the case?
That would explain why he went through the vent. Maybe he hid it up there or something like that, and then picked it up, and then...
Yeah, maybe that was the swap out spot. This meeting's over. What are you doing here?
Darian. What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet.
There's a call from Machi from the Virginian embassy. This meeting's over. Sorry.
Give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that.
Sorry. No go. Come on, piano boy. We'll leave.
Darian, wait.
Never lacked either.
Oh, it's definitely him. Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. Didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say, but we had an interpreter. Apollo. And there can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court.
Whew.
And we end there today.